Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Shadowrun, and actually just starting out, I think very similar, if not the exact same as the last video here, in a conversation with Mr. Gunnarsson here, who is offering me 150 nuyen a piece for a ghoul bounty. I'm going to take this, and then I'm actually going to hire my runners long term. I just kind of realized that at the rate that I'm taking these ghoul bounties, which is not every time that they are popping up, but it's very often now. And you know, I probably honestly should have hired these two for the long term before or already, but I just hadn't hadn't done that yet. Take a look at my stats here. I've actually done quite a few runs off screen and built up quite a bit of karma. I should say I just spent it on my reputation. I brought my reputation back, all the way up to 7. I'm kind of regretting that, though. I think what I should have done is gone reputation to 5, probably, just so that I can get the mafia contacts. Well, so there's two major gangs, right? There's 3 minor gangs, and then there's 2 major gangs, one being the Mafia, the other being the Yakuza. I'm going to go with the Yakuza. You have to pick one or the other. And one kind of locks you out of the other one. I always think that the Yakuza is the better option. The Mafia does basically get you infinite cash, but you can't get like the best gear in the game, though, because of that. So... because that's the Yakuza contact has that. So anyways, what I probably should have done instead was just gone to a 5 on the reputation and then kept going or pumping more points into negotiation. Long-term negotiation is just really going to help us out in terms of money. So I wish I would have done that, but it is what it is. And actually my reputation score actually is also going to reduce the hiring price of my runners. That's kind of why I was going a little heavier on that, but I kind of realized though that that's fine if basically all you do is run around and gain karma and don't do the ghoul bounty, because then you're not constantly hiring and rehiring. Yeah, I guess just rehiring your 2 runners. And since I didn't do that, I've probably wasted quite a bit of cash just by constantly rehiring them. You know, granted, every ghoul bounty I'm coming out way, way, way ahead in terms of cash, but yeah, it does add up though, right? And it's probably better now to just hire them for the full term or for the long haul and or lifetime, and then we just don't have to worry about that cost anymore. And you know, had I bumped my reputation all the way up to a 12, yeah, that would you know, significantly reduce, well, or at least I'm assuming reduce the, well, not assuming, I know it would reduce my running or my higher cost on these 2 by quite a bit, but you know, because I'm rehiring them so often, that just doesn't really make that much sense, and I think it does make a lot of sense to just hire them for the long term now. And I do have quite a bit of cash. Yeah, I'm at like 14,000. I know it's going to cost somewhere right around 7,000 to hire both of these 2, which, yeah, I guess is half of my cash. But so I think this is going to be about 5 for the ghouls. Also, if you noticed at the beginning there, the initial offer price, and I think I was kind of a little bit incorrect in my previous video there, where I was talking about the negotiation prices and like the initial offer. I thought that, you know, what you really wanted to have was like a better initial offer. What are we at? I'm just gonna say 10. Like if you had, you know, a better initial offer and then an additional good like negotiation, I was thinking like, yeah, you know, you can get even more cash, but I think it just generally opens or operates on just kind of a set amount almost. Well, there's got to be like a max, right? And let's just say let's just say you've got a maxed out negotiation stat. I don't know the exact number, if it's like 140 per ghoul. But I initially was thinking that, you know, if you've got a better, you know, bottom or initial offer, and then you negotiate even, you know, or you have a good, like, let's just say you get a maximum initial offer and then like your maximum negotiation. I was thinking that, okay, yeah, that would be like as much as you could possibly get. But I actually don't think that it works that way. I think it's just literally a maximum. And, you know, if you'll either negotiate up to that point or you just won't. And so I don't think that initial offer actually really matters. I think just, you know, it really is just about your negotiation, and that's what's going to determine how good of a, you know, or how much you get really from these. I think this is probably about good. I don't know if that was for sure 20, but let's get out of here. I also should have pointed this out, but one of the better things to do is actually just, you know, if you're, let's just say you're only halfway through the ghoul bounty and, you know, whatever, Freya is kind of dropped down to this point, then sure, it makes sense to use medkits. But Little Chiba is so cheap that you're probably better off most times just, you know, if you can handle it. If, you know, if you're going to die, it's a different story, right? Use those medkits. But if you're not going to die, just come in here and get medical attention. And so you can see here, level of medical attention, 100%, 20 Nuyen for Joshua. And then it should be, I mean, it's 20 for Freya there. And it looks like Rihanna's lost a little bit too. But that's it. So 60 total Nuyen to fix everybody up to full. You know, if you're just overflowing with medkits, then, you know, by all means skip that. But I actually got to the point where I was like, oh, this probably doesn't really make that much sense, because I was doing the ghoul bounty so often and I wasn't getting medkits to drop a whole lot. So alright, so I'm gonna just turn this in. Well, here's another ghoul bounty at 60. That's not really worth it. And alright, that's gonna get everybody, or that's gonna you know, basically kick the members from my team. So let's go back to the Penumbra district here and rehire Freya first. Cap that guy real quick. Should have been standing there. Yeah, so it looks like we're at 16,507. That's pretty darn good. And yeah, at 115 Nuyen per ghoul, you know, that was a very profitable run. Oops, kind of overshot the building. This is Club Penumbra. Just head right on in here. Easy money, chummer. And I actually kind of noticed, and you know, it's been so long since I played, but I noticed that you know, as your kind of as your runners like you, right, because you've done successful runs with them, they'll actually change what they initially say to you. And their initial reactions to you. So it says Freya tosses a grin at you. Hey, golden boy, what's the haps? So I'm gonna say looking for a runner, and we're gonna do the lifelong. So it looks like we're down to 3,900 for a lifelong with Freya. And then let's head on out here. And Rihanna has some kind of interesting flavor text for when she's got a good reputation with you. So I've done many runs. I've rehired these two at least 10 times, I'd guess, maybe more. So I'm definitely maxed out in terms of like, you know, good runs with them. The only thing that would reduce their prices even more would have been to keep going with the reputation. But I just, again, I don't think it's really worth it. There, yeah, she says, oh, hang on. Hang on, let's read that again. I wanted to see that's what she says here, or her initial reaction. Heartbeam tosses her hair from her eyes and gives a wink. Hey, handsome, how are tricks? Tricks are great. Tricks are for kids, though. So here, 4,500 for a lifelong. Let's hire her. So yeah, actually, that's a little bit more than 7K. That was I mean, Freya was pretty much 4K, so it was about 8.5 or so, you know, and that's at a, you know, many good runs, full charisma, and then what was that, a 7 on my reputation. So again, could have bumped that down at least a little bit more, but I don't think that you know, or I don't want to prioritize my reputation right now. I don't know if I really honestly ever will. That may be like literally the last stat that I increase at this point. But anyways, I'm gonna get right back into doing some more runs. Probably gonna end up doing some off screen. There's an 85 for the ghoul bounty. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take an 85. That's not, you know, it's not 115, mind you, but still pretty decent. And especially now that I don't have to worry about the ladies taking off on me. I think it makes even more sense to work in these ghoul bounties where we can. Also, at some point here, obviously, we're going to need to move on out of the Barrens because we're going to need a ton more cash to do the things that I kind of want to do. For one thing, so I think the Yakuza contact you'll get from the Halloweeners, and I'll eventually, you know, obviously I'll take some footage of that, but I think it's 10,000 Nuyen just for that contact. And then the armor, which is the best armor in the game, it's the heavy combat armor, that costs, I believe, 30,000 each. So again, we're, you know, the Redmond Barrens is not going to be a great way to get a ton of cash to you know, to buy that sort of stuff, although something makes me wonder if I shouldn't just do that just to see how long it would take, you know, just to grind out all that cash here in the Barrens. That seems like a pretty bad idea, though. So we'll see on that. But I think what I'll do here is I'll finish out this ghoul run, and then yeah, maybe I'll have to make a game plan as far as what I want to do. Oh, I should say here, let's take a look at the stats of these two. So I brought Freya's body and quickness all the way up to max. I'm not bothering with her strength or charisma because these stats don't really matter. And I don't remember what her intelligence and willpower were initially at, but I brought those both up to 6, and then I've just gone full into sorcery. So being that she's already at a 10, the next rank will be 11, which will cost 22 karma. And then we'll see from there, you know, maybe biotech or something. Because the rest of her stuff, like, honestly, her firearm, she'll probably never fire a weapon, so none of these stats are important at all. And same with her computer and throwing, right? I'm never going to do anything with that for her. And then electronics, again, same thing, who cares? And then reputation and negotiation don't matter for her. So, yeah, she really has like two potentially useful stats or skills to level up, and then she's done. And then Rihanna is up to a 10 here on her firearms. Actually, so I could upgrade her to a 22, or because the next rank is going to be 11, which will cost me 22. And then it'll be up to 12, and then she'll be maxed out there. And then I'll finally upgrade her SMGs, and that'll max her out at 13 for that. So that's the plan anyway. And then I don't know if I'll mess around with her electronics or I guess maybe biotech too, because why not, right? But and actually maybe I could just go with the electronics and computer with her, because Joshua, the main character, is going to be so far behind now. Those two anyway, right? So for one thing, I hired them very, very early. It would be a different story, right, if I did a bunch of runs at the beginning of the game to get my negotiation and reputation up. But I didn't really do that too much. Obviously, the reputation I did have to level to like 4 to get Freya. But, you know, the problem is the main character here, because of that reputation stat and negotiation, needs so much more karma than everybody else. And so again, you know, since I basically hired both of these two at the same time as him, they are way farther ahead of where they would normally be, you know, had I not hired them right away. So, but you know, that's the benefit of kind of playing the game and knowing, you know, to hire the runners that you want right away, and not wasting a bunch of karma on, you know, characters that you're not going to use. It's got to be pretty close to 20, right? So I think I'm going to head out here. We'll just see. Should probably get like what, more than 1,600, right? If I got 20, because it's what is it? Is it 80 or is it 85? Wait, what? Oh yes, pay is 85. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Anyways, let's go turn this run in. I could probably go get some medical attention there too instead of using my med packs, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that doesn't make sense. All right, let's turn this in. Wants jump house to little Chiba. That's a really bad pay. I'm not gonna take that. That's better. Yeah, 45. It was tempting because he was having to start at the jump house and get a little Chiba, but it's still pretty far. Rat's Nest to Ares. Actually, yeah, so back up to 9,000. I'm going to save my game, and I'll do probably a little bit more off-screen. Probably farm a little bit more karma, and then form a game plan as far as what I want to do from here on out. We're getting to that point. I mean, not getting to. I'm definitely at the point where it's going to be pretty safe for us to be running around on the streets now. You know, I'd really like to get Joshua's firearm skill up a little bit more before I do some kind of more serious things. And at some point I'll have to, you know, get into doing some Matrix runs. So we'll see. But I'm going to form a little bit of a game plan, and then I'll pick it back up. Okay, so just actually wanted to give an update here. Whoops, I'm in the wrong menu. So kind of what I'm looking to do is actually, now that I've got, actually let's go through my attributes here real quick. So I did finally bump up Joshua's body to a 6. It's kind of funny how little that has felt kind of necessary, right? Because of the quickness stat being capped out. You know, as long as you're kiting, Joshua just doesn't take damage. So it's been really good. But anyways, brought the body up to 6. My charisma was already 6 there the last time I kind of updated. And I did bring his negotiation all the way up to 10. The reputation's still at a 7. I think 7 was where I was at when I hired the two lovely ladies for the full time. Freya's sorcery is all the way up to 12. I actually capped out her basics, or her attributes as well. There was really no reason to raise her strength, but I just did it anyway to be done. And next up is to work on her biotech. And then she's basically done at that point. There's none of these other stats are probably going to be relevant. Maybe I'll do the firearms last or something, just because why not, right? I'll end up having a bunch of extra karma. And then, so Rihanna, I took her firearms all the way up to 12, and then did the SMGs to 13. So I actually kind of wanted to show that on camera, but I forgot. So maybe I'll do that with like Joshua once I raise his firearms up. But you know, now it's finally paid off there. I did the, I think it might have been the previous video. But I showed she had a 0 in SMGs, and that's not possible unless you do a save state editor. So I brought that down to 0 so that I could then later, you know, go all the way up to 13. And then I did put a point or two, I think, yeah, 2 points, I think, into her computer, because I think that started at a 6. So that's where we're at right now. And I want to go and grab some contacts before I do much else. Also, I do have quite a bit of cash, so 33,839. And again, this is all, you know, in Redmond Barrens. I've never done a run anywhere else yet. But you know, now I'm getting to the point. I actually had a ghoul bounty that was already up to, or all the way up to 140 per ghoul, so that was really nice. But anyways, all right, so we're going to go to downtown Seattle for our first contact here, which is going to be through Caleb. And I don't really remember these bars, though, so I might go into the wrong one first. This is the matchstick. Yeah, we'll do that second. I kind of want to do these. Is this Icarus Ascending? Yeah, this is it. All right. So here's the. I think you have to have a high enough reputation to get in here. So if you're not able to go in, definitely bump up your reputation first. The Elven Bouncer sizes you up, so this is the Joshua that's tripping tongues. Yeah, so that's kind of the indicator that your reputation is high, right? So this guy kind of has heard of us. You should know we don't like to serve your type, but you seem to know how to take care of yourself. He steps aside and lets you enter. Also, reputation, I kind of forgot in maybe either, I guess, earlier this video, but also definitely the last one. Reputation also does affect certain things, like you're able to actually get in to talk to like gang leaders and bosses without having to pay. So definitely a good, definitely good to have your reputation up a bit. But all right, so this is Caleb Brightmore. He's actually at Johnson. I'll eventually do some runs for him just to test him out, but we're here just to really get the context. So 2 elven bodyguards, so cybered and wired, they hum, block your passage to the darkened booth. You decide that this is not the appropriate time to make friends or enemies and move on. Oh, I can't talk to Caleb yet. Huh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm not far enough in the story. That's my bad. I forgot about that. All right, so we need to actually talk to Boris about Michael, which is, I think I'm 2 steps behind that part. But anyways, let's talk to Julius Struther, who is here in the matchstick. Oops. Which also, by the way, where we hired Rihanna at. Alright, so let's get one thing straight. Business is business. Name's Julius Struther, and I like to keep things on the up and up, so tell me how we can help each other today. So I'm looking for some information. I'd be happy to tell you what I know for a modest price. 1,000 grants you a contact. Questions are free for the moment. I'm looking for some contacts. It says I can contact you with an ex-mercenary who knows a lot about breaking into the Hollywood Correctional Facility. This guy's a real pro. I wouldn't upset him if I were you. Yeah, we're going to do that. Easy money, chummer. I'll pay. And then we'll say, talk to you later. Boom. Alright, so next up, we need to talk to, oops, of course. Accidentally talk to that guy again. Alright, let's get out of here. So next we need to go to the Big Rhino in the Penumbra District. Yeah, no, downtown Seattle, I think, right? Yeah. So let's walk over here to the west. Won't bother taking a cab, right? Because you can just walk it, hoof it. Can't remember where this next bar is at. I thought it was like more central. This is it. Yeah, here it is. Bingo. Alright, here is the Big Rhino, obviously where we hired Winston at the very beginning of the game and then kicked him. So you move into the booth, bodyguards searching for hidden weapons in your body. When they're satisfied, that voice speaks from the shadows. Well, what have we here? A Shadowrunner looking for work. I'm Mortimer Reed, and if you serve me well, we both can make a lot of million. I'm looking for some information. To give anything away, so I am loath to discuss any information with you for free, but as it is the custom to do so, I will part with it begrudgingly. Oh, okay. Well, however, I do know a valuable contact whom I believe you could benefit from. I could impart you with the name for 1,500. Let's do that. I can get you in touch with a corporate acquaintance of mine. He's been around and knows things that would be useful if you were going to run a corporation. Would you like to purchase a new pal? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and then we'll say we're going to talk to you later. Oh, I think... it's always annoying when you're trying to, leave a booth. Oftentimes your character will turn back into the booth and then, start another conversation. So that's a little annoying. But anyways, all right, let's let's contact here. Video phone. So let's get in touch here with Captain Quentin James. I'd like to procure your services. I'm looking for some contacts. I guess I should maybe read what he's saying, huh? What do you need? Some info on Hollywood, or do you want some serious firepower, or do you want me to pass along the name of a friend of mine? I'm going to say I'm looking for some contacts. I can patch you into a hotshot rigger, who, by the way, this is the contact for Sharky. She's one of the best contacts in the entire game. I love her. She can drive anything built and knows the wilderness in these parts like she was born there. I'll only charge you $2,800. That's easy money. Alright, nice talking with you. Bye-bye. Later, Shadow Boy. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, who else do we have to talk to here? Alright, Alessandro Hobbs. Let's talk to him. I'd like to procure your services. I believe I'd be interested in a meeting. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting to actually read these stuff. I've already, you know, I've done this stuff so many times. It's kind of just zipping through the options here. But anyways, I suppose you want some information on corporate procedures, or would you like to acquire a Maglock passkey, or would you want to meet a Seattle city official? We're gonna go with I believe I'd be interested in a meeting. I just want to get another contact here. I happen to be on the same happen to be on the same wavelength as a fellow public servant of your fair city. A token, or for a token gift of 8K, could give you his name and number. Interested? I can't remember if I. Okay, so this will be the Sergeant Mackelman. You know, I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, why not? I'll just have a full contact list. His name is Sergeant Mackelman, a security guard in the Hollywood Correctional. I'm sure he can reveal many interesting tidbits about avoiding security. All right, nice chatting with you. Bye-bye. Boom. Let's head on over to the Barrens. We need to talk with the orcs. I don't remember if this is the right building. Entering a deserted store, you see an orc gang member playing with a switchblade. You're on dangerous ground, chummer. This is the orcs' home turf. I want to talk to your boss. Boss has been expecting you. Follow me. So I don't remember if the orcs have some sort of, you know, a reputation requirement in order to get to the boss for free, but something tells me probably. Anyways, you are led down into the basement where you meet with the leader of the orc gang. You're a lucky man, Joshua. Most people don't see me unless they're dead. What is it you want from the orcs, chum? Maybe protection from our gang, or maybe you want to meet a chummer who works for us. Let's go with the gang protection, because this is going to get us free cab rides from now on. So he says, give me 2K and the orcs will treat you like one of their own. He chuckles slightly. Let's see, yes. Ties a small scarf around your arm. That should keep my pals from hurting you too bad, but I ain't promising nothing. By the way, I know how you can get out of paying cab fare. Oh yeah? How can I ride the cabs for free? Most of the cabbies are orcs, and they all give orcs a free lift, or they find they don't have a cab in the morning. But I got a secret way for humans to get the same treatment. Is it worth $500 for that secret? And then you say no, because it's just the armband. That's how you get the free ride. So there's no reason to pay him an extra $500. Oh, you're too quick for us, Joshua. I guess it's pretty obvious that wearing that armband will get you free rides. Can't blame an orc for trying. Goodbye. All right, well, goodbye, but also hello. I want to talk to your boss again. Road Rash is here, surrounded by sycophantic gang members. All right, no sucking up in front of the company. Oh, I didn't catch that before. I must have zipped through it too quickly. All right, so we're looking for some contacts. Toss me 5K, and I'll give you our boy's number. Yes. His name is Henry J. Culver. He's our boy in the mayor's office. We have him on our payroll, so he'll talk to you. Oh, and don't forget to grease his palm, or the little worm won't do you no good. Okay. All right, let's see. How much are we down? Oh, boy, yeah, that took a good chunk out of my cash. That was like 20K for all those. And I'm not even done yet. Yeah, let's go and talk to Vigor and Jarl. So they are in the Wanderer. Also, this contact is pretty good to have. Let's see, is this right? Yeah, this is the Wanderer. Okay, good. There's so many bars now. Oh, that's Peter over there. All right, so here is Vigor and Jarl. So this Mr. Johnson is obviously well-to-do. He is dressed to kill in a custom-tailored suit. The jewelry on his wrist appears worth more than you'll ever have. His personal bodyguard looks like something from a bad dream. Let me introduce myself. I'm Vigor. My friend here you can call Jarl. My employer is funding me to see how lucrative this Mr. Johnson thing can be. With his generous financial support, my percentages tend to be better than most. I take a real interest in making sure that the deals are well financed. It's better for business in the long run. So are you interested in a little action? I'm looking for some work. Also, I should say, you really want to get this contact early on in the game, because Vigor and Jarl will eventually leave, and so that at that point, then the contact will not be available anymore. Maybe that's obvious, but alright, so Vigor rubs his hands together and looks you in the eyes. This little run should not be so... Oh, wait, no, did I press the wrong... Yeah, I did. I did the wrong option. I accidentally said that I was looking for work, and I'm not. Looking for some information. He smiles. Sure, anything to help a pal. We are pals, are we not? If you want me to hook you up with some of my other pals, it'll cost you $7.50, a special rate for you. Yeah, I'm looking for some contacts. Oh, and my game just... Alright, there we go. I'm not sure what happens here with this emulator that I'm using, but every once in a while it'll, like, audio will just kind of crap out, and it... I don't know, and then I have to delete the config file and basically reconfigure it, which is very annoying, but whatever. Anyways, so I have a fixer I use when I need to do something nefarious. He gets you the items you need, no questions asked. Would you like to know his name? Yeah, easy money. His name is Max. Planted the number in your pocket. Secretary. Okay, good stuff. So that's Max. That looks like that is mostly it, other than the ones for or through Caleb. So let's actually I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough cash. Let me just see here. Let's see here. James, Caleb, Brightmore. So Kip David is one of the contacts through Caleb. That's for 2K. Actually, yeah, I probably have enough. Yeah. Sorry, just reading here. I can't remember. Okay, and Chillicuddy for 2K. Yeah, that's enough. So let's do that. I wasn't really planning on progressing the story, but I really need to if I want to get the last of these contacts. So let's go do that. Actually, we need to go to downtown Seattle. Let's do that first. Can't remember if this is the step that we need to take or if we need to go to the what is that inn? Tarlasar City Inn? Something like that. I think that's in Puyallup Barrens. But anyways, let's check the hospital first. Yeah, here we are. Alright, you enter Seattle General Hospital. A woman with the name Dr. Haberstein stitched on her smock is filling out forms behind the desk. You recognize her as the doctor from Michael's Holopics. May I help you? Is this your Holopics? You show her the Holopics and tell her of Michael's death. Tears stream freely, but she manages to stifle most of the sobs. Composing herself with much effort, she begins to speak. Michael was a good friend to me. We met when he first arrived here 3 years ago. I can't believe he's gone. If there's anything I can do for you, Joshua, let me know. All right, so what was Michael's relation with Stark? Stark was your brother's best friend. They went everywhere together. I can't count the times one of them came in here dragging the other barely alive. I guess they died together. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, so let's do the next part, which if I remember right, is Puyallup Barrens. Look at all these free cab rides we're getting now. Totally worth it. Alright. It's all the way up here. Oh, there's Ares. Don't need to go there. Not yet, anyway. Alright, so this should be it. I'm going to save my game here, too. I don't remember if this is where there's a strike team or not, but Always better to be prepared. All right, the Terraslar. I think I was always saying that wrong. Terraslar City Inn caters mostly to elves, as the word Terraslar is elvish for remembrance. Despite its rundown appearance, this apartment has a great rep for being the safest place to stay in the Barrens. Okay. You need a place to stay? Well, you've come to the right place. This is the safest hotel in the city for the price. Of course, payment is required in advance. Do you have a tenant named Tabitha Shale? Tabitha Shale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked in her room for days and won't let anyone in, even to clean up. If you think you can talk some sense into her, be my guest. Manager contacts you to her room via the vidphone. The screen remains blank, but the woman's wary voice identifies itself as Tabitha. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabitha of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother and agrees to let you enter her apartment. Tabitha Shale opens the door as you arrive. She looks as if she hasn't slept in a week. She invites you in, but her eyes nervously dart around the room. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. I don't know much or that much about it, but we were hired by an unknown Mr. Johnson through Caleb to track down a location in Salish Shid. I think that's how you say that. I backed out when he made the offer, so I wasn't included in the deal. Michael said one stop at Orozco's and he'd be set. You know, Caleb's not our normal Johnson. We usually use a Johnson named Mortimer Reed. He sets up in the Penumbra district in a restaurant called the Big Rhino. What can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? He's a Johnson Michael and I used a couple of times. I don't trust him, though. Who knows what those elves are up to anyway? Racist! You might find him at Icarus Descending. That's where we always met him. Who's this guy, Orozco? Boris Orozco is a small-time fixer who works out of an abandoned greenhouse in Redmond. Anything for a buck, that's Boris. He was probably the last person in the sprawl to see Michael live. I like how you can ask if she'll join you. I want to see what she says. No way, Ace. I loved Michael, but I don't plan on joining him. Somebody powerful wanted Michael's team out of the way. I don't want any part of something that large. As if on cue, the door to the room explodes inward, leaving you momentarily stunned. A flash of automatic gunfire rakes Tabitha through the obscuring smoke and sends you diving for cover. As the swarm of bullets abates, you leap to your feet. Surging forward through the thick cloud, you catch a glimpse of a figure in red and black disappearing down the corridor. You rush back into Tabitha's room, but there are no signs of life. You notice a holopix among her scattered belongings and pick it up. And this is the holopix of David William Owlfeather, excuse me, jeez. Salis Shid Rangers Wilderness Patrol. Okay, I thought there was... Yeah, I thought that there's an orc guy. So much for that orc armband protecting us from the gang. Which, you know, is always the case. Though it's funny that they say that they'll protect you from if you wear their armband or like the Halloweener's badge or whatever. But they don't actually do that. I believe you're attacked just as often. But anyways, all right. So let's go back. I think now we should be able to contact Caleb. Oh, nope. One more stop. My bad. All right, let's do this. So we actually do need to talk to Boris. This part, definitely there is going to be a Renraku strike team. So hopefully I have got... Alright, hopefully my stats are good enough to take them out. I don't want to get completely wiped out, but we'll see. Anyways, the only illumination in the greenhouse comes from the dirty skylights casting strange shadows. Seated at a cluttered desk is a wisp of a man hiding under a large hat. Come on in. Just let your creds tick before we start talking. Time is money, chum. Looking for some information. Actually, let me get back to you on that. I want to go through the rest of his dialogue first. Alright, what's your story? That'll cost you 100 to find out. Boris waits expectantly. Do you pay? Easy money, chummer. The name's Boris Orozco at your service. I'm a fixer, which means if you want something, I can fix it so you can get it. With the proper monetary motivation added in, of course. Of course. I request but one thing from you. I've served time in Hollywood, so I'd appreciate if you kept our business transactions to yourself, okay? What items do you have for offer? Give me a hint about your needs, chum. Are you looking for equipment or firepower? What equipment do you have? I'm a little short at the moment, but I have a good couple items in good supply. I've got excellent forgeries of South Shed passports for $1,000 and a level 2 Maglock passkey for 10k. Let's get back to you on that because I don't want any of that. Oh, dang it. Hopefully we don't have to pay him again. Looking for some information. Information is a commodity like anything else. I charge a flat fee of $500 for all of my info union up front. So hack up my fee and I'll spill all that I know. Easy money. Alright, Boris watches the Nuyen roll off your cred stick. Gives one a warm feeling all over. You just ask me anything you want to know. Alright, tell me about what you know about my brother Michael. It just occurred to me that your brother was in here a while back. He came in using the name Owlfeather. Though I never believed that was really his name. I believe he bought a few high-powered weapons, lots of ammo, and a 4-wheel truck. Anyway, I wouldn't have thought twice about it until some Renraku hotshot started a bird dog. Never seen the suit before he came looking for your brother. He had lots of hired protection, but he looked like the most dangerous of the bunch. His name was Mako Soku? Yeah, let's go with Soku. He applied some pressure, but I didn't give up your bro, I swear. I didn't know nothing except what he bought. Mako must have gotten more information elsewhere. Thanks. Your mind mulls over this new information as you turn to leave. Your are? That's supposed to be you are. Well, that was a mistake, huh? You're startled back to reality as a Renraku strike team breaks into the greenhouse. All right, let's get it on. They are aiming for Boris, who attempts to run for cover. The leader seems to recognize you and immediately instructs the team to take you down instead. Well, screw you! Oh, Jesus! Oh! My boy got messed up. My boy got messed up. All right. Wow, her biotech skill is not great. But then, again, neither is mine. Alright. Well, that's probably good enough. I think we can finish off this guy before... Yeah, these guys are brutal. Okay, well... Yeah, that was nasty. Alright, well, whatever. I lived, right? It took a couple of shots off of my med kits, but... we got him down. So, not too bad. Alright, so let's get healed up. Oh, wow. Why did my prices go insane? That's weird. Huh. Yeah, that's very strange. What if it's because that was their actual health and not their, like, mental health, right? Because, like, those mental... Whenever I got medical attention before, it was crazy cheap. I guess I never really noticed that. Probably because I never usually use Little Chiba for that sort of thing. And actually, now that I think about it, that probably wasn't worth it. I probably should have just used med kits to heal everybody. Do I even have any left? I guess I got one. Alright. Well, we'll just have to gun down some pedestrians to restock. But at this point, alright, so now we should be able to go talk to Caleb. So let's go do that. Let's save one more time here. Icarus Descending. We're downtown Seattle. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Alright, now. Is Icarus the... No, that's Club Penumbra. Here's Matchstick. Oh, get out of here. Leave me alone. I'm not helping you and your master, whoever that is. Probably some creep. I don't remember where Icarus Descending is at. So I know... Downtown Seattle. Yeah. So there's Matchstick. Is this it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to go in. Alright, I already read through that, so I'm not going to do that again. Alright. Two bodyguards flank him. They seem ready to be spring into action at a moment's notice. That seems a little different. Caleb Brightmore, I know you're looking for me, and sad to say, I also know why. Truly sorry about your brother's death. He was a good friend. Ours is a dangerous business, too dangerous of late. Tell me about Michael's last Shadowrun. Michael's mission was to seek out a specific cave for an interested party. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. They were warned of the dangers in traveling through the wilderness, but ambushes aren't part of your typical forest. His team was traveling on restricted lands when they were killed. As a result, the scene of the crime was closed to me. I believe the official cause was listed as death from superior firepower. As to who's behind all this again, I know very little. I was only the agent in his final contract. I received my orders from an elf named Frosty, who in turn took orders from someone else. Alas, nothing ever is as simple as it appears. I've been unable to learn more about her despite repeated attempts. As my reputation is not to bite the hand that feeds me, I would suggest you seek her out. I know she spends a lot of time in the Puyallup Barrens, so you might seek her out there. That is all I can tell you regarding your brother. Is there something else I can do for you? I'm looking for some information. All you must do is ask. I will answer as best I can. I also have some contacts who may help, but I have to offer them something to show you that you are serious. They require 2K up front before I can give you any numbers. Alright, looking for some contacts. I have a few powerful friends who could give you a hand. The first name is Sergeant Chillicut, my Lone Star contact. He can make things simpler for you wherever Lone Star has some pull. Next is Kip David, a high-placed corporate decker. He has extensive knowledge on corp systems and may even have a few black market ice breakers or IC breakers. Are you interested in either? I could use the Lone Star contact. Caleb deducts the amount from your cred stick and borrows your pocket secretary. As soon as we're done, I'll set things up. His number is ready for use. Alright, looking for some information again. Contacts again. And hook me up with the corp decker. Alright, he deducts the amount. Yeah, he just says the same thing again. Alright, so I'll talk to you later. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see if I can even make use of any of these contacts. 8K left. Alright, not too bad, not great, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's directly north of the hospital. I see. I'm still a little rusty on downtown Seattle again. Actually, I'm going to save one more time here. So what I'm really looking to do here is get the discounts for the different spell vendors, I guess. And I can't remember. Okay, Gregory Wilms. Do I have him yet? Gregory Wilms. It's looking like... No, I don't. So I need to go through Professor Jefferson, which was on the other screen. Here he is. Alright, so let's do this. You dial Professor Jefferson. After a short delay, he picks up. Yes, what is it? I don't have all day. I would like to procure your services. Well, Joshua, would you like to learn something about paranormal creatures or hear of an exclusive club for mages? Or can I interest you in a meeting ex-student of mine? Looking for some contacts. Graduated with flying colors, and he might be able to help you out in your line of work. If you give me 2K, I could give you his number. Yes. Alright, so his name is Gregory Wilms. He holds a PhD in sorcery and works for some big corp in Chicago. Alright. What else does this guy have? What the heck is this guy's name? Well, let's see here. Tell me about this club. Belonging to a choice group in the magic community, the biggest benefit besides their informative newsletter is that you get a good discount at Rhiannon's magic shop. If you pay me the one-time entrance fee of $1,500, I can get you in. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so that's the Rhiannon's magic shop discount. Alright, so that's good. What was the last one? Is it Gregory? Yes, Gregory. So let's call Mr. Gregory. Alright, the vid phone dims, but you can still make out a figure on the other side. Who calls me at such a late hour? Alright, I would like to procure your services. Would you care for a lesson in the use of paranormal creatures in a corporate environment? No, thank you. Would you like to hear about a magic-enhancing device I've created, or perhaps you'd like a discount on your magic purchase? Alright, I could use a good discount. Tired of paying retail prices, eh? I can put your name on our corporate discount list at Merlin's Lore for 4K. Do you accept? Yes. Alright. After you transfer the creds, Wellens accesses the corporate files to add your name. You're all set. Anything else? Nope. That's good. Thank you. Alright, now let's head on over to Renraku Archaeology. Sorry. Yes. I want to check out... oh man, we have basically nothing left. Well, apparently I did this all at the right time, though, because, you know, the pricing all worked out pretty good. This actually isn't what I wanted, though, so let's go to Rhiannon's, I guess. I wanted to see the fire spell. So we'll have to go over to Puyallup Barrens. And, if I remember right, that's just below the... Actually, I don't know if there's more than one Rhiannon's, now that I think about it. I should probably look into that. But this is the one I know of, so let's head on over here. Alright, so we're going to go all the way to the west, and I think it's just below the crime mall. Not this building. I think that's an abandoned building. Should be this one. Rhiannon's react. With her own old crone with only 3 teeth in her mouth stands behind the counter. I have magic like you've never seen, boyo. Come closer and look at my wares. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Oops. Alright, Flame Dart is 844. Oh, well, so, oh, actually, it's Flame Bolt, I think, that I wanted to get anyway. Alright, so that's going to have to be in the next video, because I don't have enough money to buy what I really wanted to check out the fire spells, but it's looking like, you know, we're going to have to put a pin in that. So, anyways, I'm going to cut this one here. I'm going to do some more stuff off screen, some more runs, and then we'll pick it back up in the next one. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.